For the first bento box, we will make kushikatsu. Kushikatsu is squared pork cutlet. Combining pork and onions is the standard. Onions take longer to soften the meat, so the key is to cut them smaller. It's standard to use pork fillet in this dish, and our local butcher sells skewers with this combination. Do you guys eat these combinations at barbecue? Skewer them alternately like this. Sprinkle with salt and pepper. Turn over and sprinkle the other side with salt and pepper. Unlike when making normal pork cutlet, it's difficult to apply panko because of the uneven surface. So the key is to coat them generously with flour and butter before applying the panko. Using your hands, coat the flour thoroughly. Mix the extra flour with beaten eggs and water to make batter. It's recommended to make batter in this ratio. I suppose it would be easier if I made a long, thin container like a cup with plenty of butter and inserted the square into it. But I don't want to waste the butter, so I use a spoon to cut it. Note that the butter must be on all sides of the pork and onions, or the panko will not stick properly. All the skewers were nicely covered with panko. It's fried in oil as you'd fry a regular tonkatsu. When I previously made fried onions wrapped in meat, the onions were a little pungent. This time I squared the onions as small as possible so that the onions would be somewhat soft and sweet. My husband likes onions that are even softer. Next time, I'm thinking of cooking the onions just a little in the microwave before squaring them. But if you like onions that are cooked and still have a bit of texture, this is the best method. The oil is thin, so I fry them for 3 to 4 minutes on each side. Since time was spent on the skewers, the other dishes were simply grilled sausage and tamagoyaki. I haven't bought a red sausage in a long time. Use the oil from the sausage to fry an egg. I just added 1 egg to the rest of the eggs used to make batter. Today it's easy because I don't add anything to the egg and I don't wrap anything inside it. Eggs have differently bright yolks from time to time. Not so bright yellow today, but I'm happy with the beautiful shape. While the dishes are cooking, pack the cooked rice in the bento box and let it cool. Place the kushikatsu on a bed of lettuce and top with sausage and egg. Sprinkle with tonkatsu sauce and sesame seeds. Next one is beef pepper rice bento. This is a recreation of a dish called pepper rice developed by one Japanese chain. When you say beef pepper, do you think of stir-fried beef and bell peppers? Bell pepper is not used this time. Pepper here is the black pepper. The key to this dish is the sauce we are about to make. When making this dish at home, it's common to use commercial yakiniku sauce, but today we will simply make the sauce by hand. Yakiniku is Japanese style barbecue, by the way. I'd add grated apple this time. You could add apple juice instead. Mix seasonings in the bowl. Soy sauce, sake, mirin, rice vinegar, sugar, white pepper, grated apple, grated garlic, and ginger. Mix well. Prepare thin slices of beef. Pour this sauce over the beef and toss well. Marinate in this sauce for 10 minutes. soak for 20 minutes if you have time. It has nothing to do with the main dish, but I finally bought this cute little daikon radish that I have been wanting to use for bento for a long time. Isn't this color just adorable? Cut the larger piece in half. I heard that if you fry them in oil, the color becomes very bright, so I'm going to fry them. Frying oil seems to reduce the pungency of the daikon and improves its flavor. I was afraid of over-frying and failing, so I quickly took them up. It turned out very beautiful. Cook the beef that has been marinated in the sauce. This yakiniku sauce is also delicious as a steak sauce for pork or chicken. Apples make the sauce milder, and the enzymes in apple break down protein, making the meat softer. When the beef is done, lay it on top of a rice. A real pepper rice seems to mix raw, thinly sliced beef and rice on a griddle. Corn and green onion on top is a must. It's also delicious with the addition of butter. As the name of this dish suggests, I had to sprinkle black pepper, but I was out of it. Don't forget the black pepper, everyone. The combination of this seasoned beef with corn and green onion is so tasty that I definitely want everyone to try it. Next one is dry curry bento. Dry curry is a curry made with minced meat and it's called dry because it's not soupy. Today I will make a healthy version. First, chop the onions and carrot. If you do not have carrot, you can use just onions. Add a little oil and fry them. Stir fry over high heat until vegetables are somewhat tender. Turn off the heat once and add the meat. Meat can be any ground meat. This time we will use breast meat to reduce calories and fat. Add grated garlic. Using fresh garlic is better. Add curry powder, miso paste, soy sauce, sake, sugar, and chicken stock powder. Turn on the heat and fry, stirring constantly. I usually put in cut tomatoes, but today I had extra cherry tomatoes, so I used those. It's recommended to peel the skin before adding it. You can of course add canned tomatoes. Stir in the tomatoes, crushing them. A little more tomatoes would be delicious, but less is easier because it takes less time to boil down the water. When all the water from the tomatoes has evaporated and the mixture is cooked down, it's done. I tasted it and wanted to add a little sweetness, so I added a little sugar. Season with salt to taste if needed. I had some broccoli left over in the fridge, so I will make a simple salad with it. This broccoli was cooked in the microwave for a minute or two, cooled thoroughly and wiped dry. Cut large pieces of broccoli and add crab sticks. Since only a few boiled eggs are used for topping, put the rest here. Add mayonnaise, sugar, sesame seeds, soy sauce. Mix well. Add salt and pepper to taste. Spread dry curry on top of rice. Make a cavity in the middle and top with a boiled egg. Even though it was made with breast meat, it turned out more moist and delicious than I expected. It will be even juicier if made with ground meat with fat in it. The last one is Onigirazu Bento. Today we will make 2 types of rice sandwiches. I will teach you how to make it much easier than usual by using certain things. This will be egg salad. Mix boiled eggs with mayonnaise, salt and pepper, and wasabi. Today I wanted to change the flavor a bit and added wasabi. It was really good. Sprinkle the chicken with salt and pepper and dust with potato starch. Today I would like to introduce a very tasty sauce that tastes like teriyaki but is a little different from it. Cook the chicken in a small amount of oil. Cook for 3 minutes. Turning over when slightly browned. Cook the other side for 3 minutes, then turn off the heat. Add grated garlic, oyster sauce, soy sauce, sake, mirin, rice vinegar. I add a little soy sauce and sugar. The addition of garlic, oyster sauce, and vinegar changes the flavor of teriyaki considerably and makes it extremely tasty. My husband really liked the seasonings and I hope everyone will give it a try. Turn on the heat and toss the chicken with the sauce. The key is to reduce the amount of mirin and sake so that the sauce tends to be thick like this. You can use boiled eggs to accompany the chicken, but today I will make egg rolls. You can also make fried eggs. You might want to use overhead fried egg to make it easier to eat. This container is used to easily make rice sandwich. This is the container that I used to contain the tofu. Tofu sizes vary by manufacturer, but this is the size often sold in Japan. If you do not have one, prepare a smaller bowl or storage container instead. Add a little rice here. It's approximately 50 grams. Top with lettuce, egg salad, and sausage. Finally, place the same amount of rice as before. Place nori seaweed on top. Place plastic wrap on top and turn over. This gives it a nice shape. Wrap the rice with nori seaweed. This nori seaweed had just been bought and was crispy, so it was very hard to roll. I thought I messed up the orientation of the seaweed placement and improved it on the next sandwich. If the nori wraps around it, it's not a problem though. Make a second one. Put shiso leaf, egg roll, and chicken. After placing the rice on top, place the nori seaweed. I think it would be easier to wrap the nori if it were placed like this. I added a little too much rice, so I removed the overflow. By the way, you can put whatever ingredients you like in between. You can also add ham, your favorite vegetables, cheese, avocado, and so on. I think I wrapped it up better than I did earlier. It's better to wrap them in plastic wrap and wait 10 minutes to stabilize the shape. How about the cross-section? As for the sausage, I wanted to make 3 round cross-section, but I made a mistake. But it's still a delicious cross-section. Please try making it with your favorite ingredients. Thank you so much for watching our video. Please subscribe to our channel. If you are already a subscriber and would like to support our channel, please join our membership. Membership feedback will be reflected in content creation. See you in the next video.